This segment is sponsored by New Perspective Financial Solutions. If you're a retiree, there is a good chance that you have not worked at the same job your entire career. And it's not uncommon for people to leave their old 401ks behind and then completely forget about them in retirement. So what's the best practice for handling your 401ks? Well, we're going to ask Tavon Jackson because Tavon is the founder of New Perspective Financial Solutions, a DC-based firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. Great to see you again, Tavon.
Thank you.
A lot of people have multiple 401ks, right? Why is it important to pull them all together into one IRA?
Well, you know, people are going to change jobs their whole lives. But the first reason is that it's easier for your beneficiaries. So think of it, if I passed away and I've worked 9 jobs, it's a nightmare for my beneficiaries to try to find each and every one of them. Also, it's easier to maintain. If you're just looking at one statement versus 9, then it makes it a lot easier to do your financial plan. So when you change a job, that's an old plan. You can no longer contribute to that anymore. So that's why a lot of people like to consolidate them into an IRA, because the best way to take advantage of market volatility is to add money to it every 2 weeks when the market's going up and down. But if you have that old plan at Walmart when you were 21 and the market crashes, you can't take advantage of that sale because you can no longer add any more money into it.
And that's the part, like you worked at Walmart at 21.
Yeah.
How do you go about finding your old 401ks if they're jobs that you worked years ago? You have no idea how to find them.
Well, there's 2 ways.
Okay.
So this website, everybody write it down,
Okay.
missingmoney.com.
Okay.
Because if
It's
your
easy to
account had less than $5,000 to it, it's a chance that it went to collections or it went to the state. So missingmoney.com will allow you to type in your name, your social, and your date of birth, and it'll tell you any money that may have belonged to you that have now gone to the state.
Okay.
The second website is the Department of Labor. So every 401k company has to register their 401k. They have to fill out a form 5500. So if I said, hey, I worked at Walmart in, let's say, Maryland, then it'll pull all the plans and it'll be like Fidelity, John Hancock, whoever it might be, but it's a good way to find any accounts that you may have missed.
I've wondered that for a long time, because you're right, we don't just work the same job.
And they make the website easy, missingmoney.com.
Yeah, that is pretty easy.
Yep.
Okay, what's the advantage of an IRA versus a 401k?
So the 401k with any job has a limited amount of options. So you only can choose the investments that they offer. But if you wanted to invest outside of what they offer, you couldn't do it. So if I wanted like Netflix stock or Pepsi, I can't do that within a 401k. In an IRA, you can invest in anything you want in the world. So if you like gold, real estate, bonds, you can put anything in your IRA. Also, it allows you to contribute to 2 plans. So if you have a 401k, you can max that out, but you also can max out the IRA, so that's almost double your savings. So that's the advantage of having probably an IRA in addition to the 401k. But if you do leave a job at an old, or leave a plan at an old job, you should definitely roll it over into an IRA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you have an old 401k from an old company. What happens to that when you turn 73?
So this is the big challenge. So we always talk about required minimum distributions. And when you turn 73, that's when the government's going to make you, it's not the choice, make you spend your money. But if you have that old job back when you were 21 that you forgot about, there's a 25% penalty on the money that you should have took out. So as you change jobs, you want to make sure that you bring the 401k with you. That IRA is like a bucket where we put all our old plans, consolidate everything. And then once you turn 73, you only got to take out 1 required minimum distribution, and it makes it easier for everybody.
Okay, all right, if you consolidate there. Multiple accounts in different places, is this really a diversification of our portfolio, as you sometimes talk about?
People like to think it is. So
it's multiple accounts.
Diversification is not having an account at Wells Fargo, Navy Federal, Merrill Lynch, Morgan. That's a headache. You can be diversified with one company with the products that you have. So if I have one company, let's say it's with TD Ameritrade, I can have stocks, I can have bonds, I can have mutual funds, I can have life insurance, I can have annuities, all in that one retirement account. And as I mentioned, it makes it easier for your beneficiaries and yourself when you're putting together your financial plan.
Okay. Just the start of this conversation, as always. So if anyone at home would like to learn more about preparing for your retirement, New Perspective Financial Solutions has a great offer today. Tavon wants to help protect and continue to grow your money while also helping you create a reliable income stream. So right now, for the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $100,000 or greater, they're offering a complimentary retirement income plan just for you. This is going to allow Tavon to sit down with you personally or schedule a call to make sure that you are on the right track for a successful retirement. The number to call is 240-335-8366. Again, 240-335-8366.